I'm Sylvia Worsham. I'm a sales master trainer, keynote speaker, and empowerment coach. Welcome to Focus Fridays. In this segment, I'm going to be discussing how you can convert your customers to champions. In the first video series, I asked you to reflect on two questions to identify those customers that could become champions. The first question I asked you to ask yourself was, who is my target market? And the second question is, who influences my target market? To give you a little bit of background about me, I was in healthcare sales for 18 years. Out of those 18 years, 12 of them were with Pfizer Pharmaceuticals. And in 2008, I faced enormous resistance, not only in my professional life, but also in my personal life as well. I took a promotion, my fourth attempt at being promoted, and I took over a territory that was underperforming. By underperforming, I mean second to last in the region, dragging the entire region in sales. My own senior vice president knew my name and territory number because I was one of two territories that was making him look really bad. So, to give you that perspective. At the same time, I was going through a divorce, and I had a 4-year-old son that was depending on me to do the right thing. So I had enormous responsibility on my shoulders. So for anyone out there listening that is facing similar circumstances, just know that you can channel your pain into something beautiful. You too can do it. If I can do it, so can you. So that's what I was faced with. So let's just review, who are my 4 champions? The 4 champions were my nurses, my clinical pharmacists, my case managers, and my chief financial officer. So strategy 4, I'll be discussing 2 additional strategies. So strategy 4 in this series is aligning my product's messaging to the needs of my champions. So I'm just going to take clinical pharmacy to begin with. Clinical pharmacy is a real critical department in a hospital setting. They're the ones that are sitting at their computers, always checking to make sure that medications are used properly, that the right dosing is used, that there's a need for the product. They're the ones that go up to doctors and talk about therapies. They're in committee with doctors all the time discussing how these products can be better utilized. Okay? And they also have to stay within their budget because the chief financial officer talks to the pharmacy director and says, this is your budget. You can't go above this budget. If you go above this budget, your people won't get their bonuses this year. So there's a real drive for them to stay within budget because they want to take care of their staff that works so hard. And they do. They work horrible hours too. They're always working. They're phenomenal to work with. So I'm going to share with you an experience I had. After I in-serviced one of my products, this product was an ugly baby product. It had a lot of side effects to it. And in order to use this product, you needed to have cancer centers or burn units, none of which I had. So I had to create the need for this product. And finally, I had created the need, so much so that they were using it. So after one in-service with my nurses, one of them came up to me and said, we have a problem, I think. What do you think is the problem? And I look at the chart, and I immediately know what the problem is. The problem is they are using double the dose of this product. And the problem with that is that when you do that, you increase the bad side effects to it. You don't increase the good side of it, right? So the right thing to do, which is strategy 5, is always do the right thing by your customers. Always. Never falter on that, okay? Because remember, sales is a courtship. In order to gain the like and the trust and the respect of your customers, you always got to do the right thing by them, okay? So now, here's the situation. I got to go up to pharmacy and I got to let them know that they've made a mistake. That's not an easy thing to do. I think you'll agree with me. So I walked up to the department and I talked to Melinda, who I always dealt with at the time. And I said, hey, Mel, I know you're understaffed and you're overworked and you guys are doing the absolute best that you can. So I'm happy to help. That's how I pre-framed it. And I said, after I in-serviced them on this product, we saw a problem, and here's the problem. And she was like, I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful. You're so valuable to us. You came and you let us know because this could really be a problem. And of course it could be a real problem. So we had to come up with a strategy to deal with the physician on the case because this is a very delicate situation. So what happens here after this? Well, I walked down because I wanted to be of service and of value to my pharmacy department. I wanted them to know that I was always going to do the right thing by them. And this experience proved it. I walked into the unit, and of course, it's a doctor who hates my industry, who hates my products, who probably hates me too. So I'm walking into a highly resistant situation. Highly resistant situation. Walked up to him, and sure enough, he was very combative. He was very upset, and he pretty much told me, "How dare you come into this unit and tell me this?" And I said, "You know what, doctor, I can respect. I don't understand, but I can certainly respect your view on my industry. I'm sure you've had bad experiences before, but really the need here is for your patient. I just want to make sure that we do the right thing to your patient, for your patient." So I said, "Is there a computer screen that we can look up the dosing on this product? Because I want to make sure that we're on the same page." And he said, "Yes." I said, "Is there a site that you trust?" And he said, "Yes." "Well, let's just look at it. If I'm wrong, you'll never see me again. I promise you that. I promise you that. But if I'm right, I just want you to understand that I'm not here to turn a profit. I'm here because I believe in my products. I believe in you, and I believe in your patients, and I believe in always doing the right thing by your patients, because if that were my dad on the table, I would want for the reps to do the right thing, because these products have a place. They serve a purpose and a place and a value, and I believe it wholeheartedly." So we looked it up, and of course I'm right and he's wrong. And my voice got very low because I didn't want to embarrass him. I knew in my heart of hearts that he believed wholeheartedly that he was doing the right thing by his patient. Okay, so after that, guess what happened? I earned the respect, the trust, and the likability from 3 of my champions. Okay, 3 of them. The nurses who tried to stop me in the unit, who tried to intervene, and I wouldn't let them. My case managers, my chief financial officers, and ultimately my clinical pharmacist. I actually got all of them to respect me after that experience because I didn't have to do that. But it was the right thing to do. And I've had some experiences with my realtors, for example, people that I work with here in Austin. They do the right thing by me all the time, and I've become their champions. So you got to think of this before I let you go. What experiences do you need to leave your customers with that will lead them to like, trust, and respect you? Because guys, that's sales 101 right there. It's all about connections, forming deep connections with your customers and giving them these experiences that ultimately will lead them to believe that you are a true partner with them. This is a partnership. This isn't just you're like every other rep. This solidified my role as a true healthcare partner on their team. And that's how they saw me after this experience. So I hope this helps you in understanding how you can identify and ultimately convert your customers to champions. This is Focus Fridays, and I'm Sylvia Villalobos Worsham. Any questions you have for me, I will include my cell phone number and my email address. Feel free to reach out anytime you need to. Focus Fridays is all about you. Thank you.